Good evening. What's up? I saw George in here earlier. What's up, George? How you doing tonight? Here we go. Tigers in the Tigers again. And it's LSU trying to even this series up as they lost last night 8-4. And man, it's bright and sunshiny, man. My God, it's bright. Sunshine, man. It's so bright. It's so bright, man. As hopefully this is a better game for LSU tonight, but I don't know. Yesterday was kind of concerning. Let's share all the stuff out so I don't have to. What's going on, man? It's Saturday night. Saturday night, man. There was a time where I wouldn't even, well, there was no YouTube like this when I was younger. But man. All right. Let's wait for this game message. Hashtag. Alrighty. Got all that sent out, as they say. Man, it's bright and sunshine. It's bright. Man. Can't wait till the sun goes down. Man, it's got kind of going on the TV out here. So we're in Plainsman Park in Auburn, Alabama. Ianson versus Fisher tonight. You know, it's the same lineup basic. Well, the only difference in the lineup is Brasball's playing tonight and not Reeves. So so Tanner Reeves not getting the start tonight. She's been struggling in the field, and they had to make a change. So Samuel Dutton got the win yesterday for Auburn. Ex-LSU pitcher. Pitched for LSU last year and the year before last when they won the national championship. And but yesterday he shut LSU down. All right. They got some newcomers from last year. Terrell, Freilich, Rembert, and Snow. All right, so the Tigers are going to have Curiel, Jones, and Dickinson due up here in the top of the first. Yep, got it right. Yeah, got it right. So Fry will back clean up in Pearson, Hernandez, Milam, Braswell, and Stanford. Milam's got I didn't realize Milam was batting so poorly in SEC play. I think he's batting like 220 something or 230 something in that SEC play. That's got to get he's got to get that fixed. Jones is batting like 288, which is okay, I guess, but so Cade Fisher from Dalton, Georgia, is on the mound for the Auburn Tigers. The lefty, 6'3". He's making his 8th start. Doesn't have a record. ERA of 4.43. A whip of 1.52. It's kind of high. 25 Ks and 17 walks. Cheers. So hopefully we can get like, some walks. Like he walks some batters. All right, so Curiel up first here for the Tigers. We're in the top of the first. And here comes the pitch. There's a ball. Want to know? One second, I gotta get the pen. So 1-0 count here to Curry L. And the pitch is 2-0. 375 average, 3 homers, 30 RBIs. He's 2 for 5 yesterday. Here comes the 2-0. There's a ball, 3-0. So 3-0 to count here to Derek Curiel here in the top of the first. Come on, Tiger. Let's get some base runners. Let's get some runs today. Early runs. Like the Auburn hat. Here's a 3-0. That's a strike. 3-1. I like their hat that went with the A on it. So 3-1 to count. And the pitch is fouled. Back out of play. It'll be 3-2. So 3-2 to Curiel. LSU wearing gray jerseys. The pitch is foul back again. Auburn's wearing white. I like these gray jerseys LSU wearing. Kind of a knock off and a knock back to the 91 season. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be hit to center field, and it's going to be a base hit. So Curiel's going to get on a leadoff single here in the first. That's going to bring up Jared Jones to the plate. Ooh. No, I don't want to remove that. No. All right, so Jones comes to the plate. Nurse Ratchet followed us on Twitch. Nurse Ratchet. I thought she had passed away. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was a long time ago. So Jones batting .380 on this season, 11 homers. And the pitch is a ball, 1-0. So 1-0 to count, man. Bright sun shine out in Auburn and bright sunshine here in South Louisiana. Here comes the 1-0. That's 2-0. 2-0. Yes, that is Libby Dunn. Yes, it is, Paulie. It is. Here comes the 2-0. And that's going to be fouled back, 2-1. So what's the weather in Auburn, Alabama? What's it going to say here? So 2-1 here to Jones. And the 2-1 is a stool. No, it's right 2-2. It's 64 degrees over there in Auburn, Alabama. So 3-1 to Jones. And the 3-1 is foul, 3-2. 3-2. Alabama softball got destroyed. Okay. I know LSU lost last night and tonight in softball, so here comes a 3-2. That ball's swung on center field and should be caught, and it is. 1 down. LSU softball starting to take a nosedive. They're starting to lose more games than they had early in the season. But the schedule is getting a little bit tougher. So, and they didn't pitch worth a lick today. So Dickinson's up. Still runner at first, 1 out. There's a foul down to the left field side. A lot of fans in the ballpark today. Seems like there's more there today than last night. And there was quite a few at the ballpark last night, but tonight just seemed like it's a little more crowded. Plus the weather's nice. Well, the weather's nice. It's not. It rained last night over there. So today it's bright sunshine. So the weather's a little better. Here comes the 0-1. That's low and in. 1-1. So 1-1 to count here to Dickinson. As we're at the top of the first. At least start to try to have willpower not to bite my fingernails. Bad habit. Here's a foul back 1-2. Just willpower. He's got to just. All right, so Dickinson has an on-base percentage of .503. That's 7th in the SEC. Pretty good on-base percentage, over 500. Here's a hit single to right field. Yes. And it drops down It drops down in front of the right fielder. So there's 2 on and 1 out. And now Fry comes to the plate. As Fry comes to the plate. So Ethan Fry gonna come to the plate here for LSU. We got 2 on and 1 out in the first. So Tigers, their bats have. At least we're not waiting until the 9th inning to hit this time, like last night. Here comes the pitch. That ball's hit to center field, and it's gonna be caught though. Man, he almost overran it. 2 down. Almost overran it when there's 2 down. So 2 down in the inning. That's going to bring up Pearson to the plate. So it's going to be Josh Pearson. There's 2 Pearsons on the team. So Josh and John. John usually comes in late in the game, if that. So Josh Pearson batting .299 on the year, 5 homers and 23 runs driven in. Was 1 for 3 last night. So there's 2 on and 2 out. The pitch is a strike. 0-1. Yeah, LSU's at times have had trouble with timely hits. Here comes the 0-1. That's away. 1-1. Low and away. 1-1. This could be a tone setter for the game for either team. Depends on how the inning goes. That ball swung on center field and has a beat on it. Makes the catch for the 3rd and final out. So LSU gets 2 base runners on with 1 down, and they do not score. Was that is that a recurring theme? Seems like LSU gets base runners on, they don't score. So bottom first we go. It's going to be Snow, Rembert, and Irish. It's just a recurring theme for LSU. I mean, you get base runners on, you can't score. It's the timely hitting. It's just been, at times, has just not been good for LSU this year. Oh, well. Maybe next inning. Maybe next inning. But just aggravate me at times. Aggravating at times, man. They just cannot get those freaking timely hits. So where's my there it is. All right, so bottom first we go. It's gonna be Snow, Rembert, and Irish due up for the Auburn Tigers. And then McMurray back cleanup. Then Terrell, Guevara, Carter, Freilich, and Fabian. So Same lineup as last night for Auburn. And they put up 8 runs last night against probably our best starter. Although he wasn't all 8 runs to Anderson, but Auburn does score a lot of runs. I think they're like averaging like 10. So Ianson, like a game. So Ianson is from Lakewood, California. He's on the mound for the Tigers. He's a junior transfer. 5-0 record with a 3.38 ERA, 66 strikeouts, 15 walks, and 42 2/3 innings, and a whip of 1.17. So the stats are good. Just needs to go deeper. I think he just needs to go deeper in some games. You know, once he gets like to the 5th, it's like he kind of starts tiring out a bit. So hopefully he can keep his pitch count down where he can maybe get into the 6th or 7th. All right, we're going to have Snow at the plate. Here comes the pitch. That's a ground ball right side, and Dickinson has it. 1 down. So 1 pitch, 1 out. What's up, Seth? How you doing? So 1 down, and I'm going to have Rembert do up. So Rembert's batting .313 on the season. The pitch is a strike. 0-1. He's from Pensacola. He's from the Panhandle. There's another ground ball. But this is going to get through in the center field for a base hit. So Rembert goes right up the middle, and it's a 1-out single for Auburn. That's going to bring up Irish to the plate. Oh, just like, all righty. All right, so Irish had a big hit last night. He's from Hudsonville, with Michigan. Here's a pitch. Here's a strike. 0-1. I think he was 1 for 4 with a 3-run triple last night. Walk and scored a run. So that 1 hit last night was a triple that scored 3 runs. Then he scored. There's a ball, 1-1. And then he actually scored. So 1-1 to count here in the bottom of the 1st. No score between the Tigers and the Tigers. Here comes the 1-1. That's 2-1. The pitch was low, 2-1. They did kill the 3rd, but no, he didn't go around. Excuse me. So 2-1 to count. The 2-1 is a strike. 2-2. Auburn beat y'all yesterday? Yeah, they did actually. Yeah. They beat us pretty handily. The 2-2 is fouls it away. These 2-2. Glare, man. The glare, man. Look at the glare of the TV. It's gonna be that way for about another half hour or so. So 2-2 coming to the plate. That's going to be 3-2. It was off the plate. 3-2. So a 3-2 count hit to Irish, who had a big night last night. He had a big hit. Only 1 hit, but it scored 3. And it broke open the game. The game was a little close at that point. broke the game open and really kind of, put the nails in the coffin, so to speak. 3-2 pitch. And so that's a swing and a miss. And they'll throw to second. It's a double play. That's going to end the inning. Strike them out, throw them out. It's going to end the inning. Man, you don't see that. You don't see that very often. That's going to go, man. So we'll go to the second inning. LSU nothing, Auburn nothing. Woo. They have they have 3 losses now in conference. Yeah, with their loss last night, they have 3. Let's see. Yeah, they lost 2 to Texas. And they swept Missouri. They swept Mississippi State, and they swept Oklahoma. Yeah, they should have 3. I thought. What's up, traveling fools? Yo, yo, yo. Top of the second. Yeah, Traveling Fools just became a sponsor, it says. Yeah, but yeah, like 15 months ago, Dream Elements. I don't know why it says that at times. He didn't just become a sponsor. Dream Labs. Elements, whatever. Dream Elements. Not Dream Elements. Yeah, that's Dream Elements said that shit. Yeah, I think they have the records on the screen. I think they're like 8-3, 9-3 in the conference. Let's see, they got 3, 6, 7. No, it's 9. Should be 9. It should be 9-3. They should be 9-3 in the conference. They swept 3 series and they lost 2 out of 3 to Texas. Yeah. All right, there's a ball here to Hernandez. Yeah, well they're 10-3. They're 10-3 in the conference. They're 31-4. That's foul back 1-1. That's right. They're 10-3 because they had 9 in the sweeps and 1 against Texas. Yeah, 10-3. So Luis Hernandez is from Puerto Rico. 293 average, 5 homers. That's high. 2-1. What's going on, Traveling Fools? I'll try to stop by tomorrow for your trivia. I never win, but I have a good time answering them. Here's a pop-up. Foul territory. And 1 down. That was easy. 1 down. Well, Texas lost today to Kentucky. But yeah, we play Arkansas soon, I believe. They're also ahead of us. So Milan bats on the right side. There's a ball, 1-0. So Milan's from Las Cruces, New Mexico. He was 0 for 4 last night. The 0-1 is swung on left field. That's hit well, and that is it gone? Out of there. Home run from Milan. Man, so Milan goes yard. It's 1-0 LSU. All right, man. So I don't know what that means. That's a fireball shot. Are my Canes any good at baseball this year? I don't know. I haven't really heard much about the. Miami used to always had a good baseball team. Yeah, the Hurricanes always had a good baseball team growing up. But I really haven't heard anything about Miami. Here's a pitch to Braswell. And there's a strike. 0-1. So it's 1-0 as Milam goes yard. About to say he's been struggling to play, and he gets a home run. There's another strike, 0-2. Oh, God. Okay. Here comes the 0-2. And it's popped out of play. Let's Google Miami Hurricanes baseball. Here comes the 0-2. And it's 1-2. See here. What's their record? Oh, they're 18-17. Here's a foul. Yeah, so I guess no, they're not good in baseball this year. They're 18-17, and they're 4-9 in the conference. And Miami always had a good baseball team growing up. Remember, we played them for the national championship in '96. When Warren Morris hit that home run. Swing and miss by Braswell. 1 down. I'm sorry, 2 down. I'm sorry, 2 down. Excuse me. 2 down. 2 down. Yeah, they're not that good in baseball. 18-17 is just average. So Stanfield's up to pitch and to ball. He wasn't going to try to bunt that. So Stanfield's from Tallahassee. Here's the 1-0. That's strike, 1-1. Tallahassee. I've been through Tallahassee a few times. Broke down. Well, I didn't break down. My friend broke down, but I was with him, so I guess yeah, I broke down. I guess. We're coming back from Gainesville. This was in what game was this? This was 2-1 pitch. The strike 2-2. This was 98. This was the year after we beat Florida, and we're driving back, and his car breaks down in Tallahassee. 2-2 pitch is down low, 3-2. Well, we had a hell of a time getting home. Because Tallahassee wasn't, it wasn't like very close from where I live. What a horrible trip. LSU loses, and we break down. Here's a 3-2 pitch on the inside corner for strike 3. And Stanfield shaking his head. I agree. I thought that was inside. But umpire called it a strike. Where's the robot umpires at? Go Thunder tomorrow. The Pelicans lost last night, so they're gonna have a top 4. A bottom 4 record. So more ping pong balls in a hopper. Maybe we can get a top 3 pick. I don't know. I really don't think the Pelicans are gonna get the top pick, but if they can get a top 4 pick, man, they can get a difference maker. And maybe he'll stay healthy. I don't know. Zion can't stay healthy. Wish they'd trade him. Please, somebody take Zion. Please, somebody. Take him. Take him, and maybe he'll want to stay in shape for your team. Somebody take him, please. Take him. Please take him. Take Zion, please. Somebody. Hey. Hello, what's up, Rue? All right, we got 1-3-0 for LSU, 0-1-0 for Auburn. As Milam had a solo home run back in the second that went over the little monster wall in left field. Should be McMurray up. Yeah, McMurray's up for Auburn. And the pitch is a what? A wall. Ball? 1-0. He's from Tulsa. Tulsa, Oklahoma. You're a long way from home. 2-0. Man, Tulsa is not a very short drive from Auburn, Alabama. You know, Auburn's right there by close to that state line of Georgia. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Well, they always call Auburn like West Georgia. They always always call them West Georgia. 2-1 pitch is gonna miss high. 3-1. It is a pretty campus, though. It's been a while since I've been to Auburn, but I've been there a few times. It's a nice campus. 3-1 pitch is fouled. Fouled back. 3-2. I used to like going to small college towns because that's just the school is the town, and the town just they support the school. 3-2 pitch is hit foul, right? Yeah, foul. Man, it was a quick foul on the right field line. You know, Oxford's the same way, and Starkville. I like watching those. Here's a fly ball right field, and it's gonna be caught at the warning track. Man, almost got out of there. 1 down. Man, it stayed in the park though. So there's 1 down, and we're going to have Terrell up. Here comes the pitch. There's a strike, 1-1. He's batting .318. He was 3 for 4 last night. And the 0-1 going to miss outside. Here comes the 1-1. 1-1 pitch. It's a swing and a miss. 1-2. Go check it out. And the 1-2 to see a slow roller, but it's going to be foul. It goes foul. And it goes foul. Wait, no. Wait, that was a drop third strike. I thought he got a foul. I thought that was a foul tip. No, that was a drop third strike, and they go down to first, and that's an out. He didn't get a piece of that. Yes, okay, all right. What's up, Paxton? Oh yeah, I agreed about the softball thing, leaving early, because yeah, caution. So Guevara's from Panama. There's the 0-1's inside 1-1. So Eric Guevara batting .310. He was 2 for 4 last night. Here's the 1-1. That's foul back, 1-2. So 1-2 to count. Einstein will come set. And the 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. That's going to end the second. So we'll go to the third inning. It's 1-0 LSU. All right. What's up, Kelly Gardner? Yeah, I saw Texas lost today to Kentucky. Yeah, it happens, you know. You're not going to win every game. Not going to win every game. I go throw this away. Alrighty. Yeah. I need the beer. Yeah, the beer. Damn, I should have got one when I was up. Sun's going down. Saturday night. All right. Oh, Frank Thomas at the ballpark. Yeah, Frank Thomas was a man. I used to. I never really liked the White Sox. And but man, he was a really good player for the White Sox. So Curiel's up. The 0-1 is they go around. They never show the umpire when they peel down to the either third base or first base. I don't know if it's a strike or a ball because they still have 0-1 to count on the screen. The pitch is a strike. There's 2 strikes. Okay, I guess that was a ball. Should be 1-2. Frank Thomas. The big hurt. The big hurt. Here comes the 1-2. And that's a foul back. That's one guy. I don't think I have his baseball cards, Frank Thomas. Of all the baseball cards I've collected when I was younger, I don't think I have a Frank Thomas card. So 1-2 to count to Curiel. The pitch is that's low, 2-2. Yeah, I don't think I have that. Two pitch is lifted to shallow right, going back and making the catch to the second baseman. 1 down. So 1 down. Ooh, I got the rocket, man. I'm all I'm all screwed up here. I got the inning up. I got this up. Bad goose. Bad goose. Fire me. I missed like 5 or 6 years ago, man. Before COVID, yeah. Here's a pitch to Jones. There's a foul. But what I really miss is when you didn't have to pay on campus to park. Tickets didn't cost you an arm and a leg. That's what I miss. I used to like going to other college campuses. Swing and a miss. 0-2 to Jones. Because you can go. I mean, I've been to Alabama. I've been to Auburn. I've been to Ole Miss. Been to Mississippi State. I've been to Georgia. I've been to Athens. Here's the 0-2 to Jones. And swing and a miss. 2 down. You used to be able to park on campus for free. You know, it didn't cost. Tickets were like dirt cheap. That's what I miss. Now you got to pay, you know, $30-$40 to park on campus. And then if you want season tickets, you got to put up a donation. And then you have to have you got to pay a seat fee. Here's a pitch to Dickinson. There's a ball 1-0. And then your players can. What's up, Amo Cat? How you doing? Tell everybody on Cajunomics to come on by and give me a like. There's a pop-up on the infield, and that's going to be the third out. Yeah, tell everybody on Cajunomics to come over like for a few seconds and give me a like or two. Maybe I'll get the algorithm on YouTube. So bottom third we go, man. That was a quick inning. That was a quick inning. I gotta change up on Nightbot on Twitch. Nightbot doesn't need like to time people out on Twitch. Yeah. Let's see. Where is how do I do that shit? Fuck. Forgot how to take away his oh, there it is. All right, there we go. All right. There we go. Thank you, Emo Cat. Yeah, just for like a few seconds, man, you know. All right, we're going to the bottom of the third inning, man, and I even get a shout out for him. I even get a shout out for the Cajunomics crew. All right, man. So we go bottom of third inning. It's 1-0. Einstein has 3 strikeouts so far. He's pitched really well. I just would like to see Einstein go a little bit deeper in the game. Maybe he can work his way there. So. All right, so we go to the bottom of the third inning. Gonna have Carter, Fralick, and Fabian up. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. So Carter from Oak Ridge, North Carolina. He's short. He's 5'11", but that's taller than me though. That's 2-0. That is taller than me. I like how they have the little green monster. It's unique. That's 3-0. I like Auburn's ball. I like Auburn's park. Do they have chairbacks along the baselines like LSU should have? I gotta see next time they hit a foul ball down that way. The 3-0 is a strike, 3-1. I gotta see that. I gotta look at that because LSU needs to have chairbacks along the baselines. And that's strike 2, 3-2. But I don't. It probably cost them too much money. They should have did it when they built the ballpark. They should have put chairbacks, but they didn't do that because LSU was too obsessed about having the top attendance. Here's strike 3 looking. 1 down. They're just too worried about having the highest attendance. But they should have put chairbacks on the baselines. Now it probably, like I said, it wouldn't be cost effective to do that. So Freilicks up for Auburn. It's a strike, and Iamson's throwing some strikes. So Freilicks from Peachtree City, Georgia. 0-1. That's hit to left field. That's going back, and did he make the catch? He did make the catch. As Curiel made the catch against the wall. 2 down. Man. 2 down. But the NFL fixes everything. Oh, man. Now I just think I think the referees are so bad. It just seems like they're just I think the refs umpires are just that bad in sports, and it just appears that they're just on the take. Here comes the 0-1, and it's to Fabian. That's 1-1. It's a 1-1 account. Here comes the 1-1. That's going to be swing and a miss. 1-2. So 1-2 to Fabian. And it's down low. Pitching with the motion of the wind-up, nobody affects this change. You see him before here's the 2-2. That's gonna be 3-2. 3-2. Yeah, that was a nice catch, huh? Able Cat. Man, we got the leather out today. Here's a ground ball to Milam. Should be an easy play for him, and that's the 3rd out. So we'll go to the 4th. Still 1-0 Purple Tigers. Man. Purple Tigers. Let's see. Now I can probably remember to move the bat over and shit. Yeah. All right, so we got coming up. We got who's coming to the plate? Shit, forgot. Did Fry? I forgot. Forgot who got the last out of the. See, that's why I got ADHD. I can't remember shit. So we'll go to the top of the 4th. This game is moving on pretty quickly. As Milam has the game's only run so far as he hit a home run over the Green Monster in left. I like their. I don't know if you still hear Amo Cat. I like their ballpark. It's a little unique to have that Green Monster in left. LSU's ballpark just this plain. Just plain. The old Alex Box had a little more character, but those old ballparks always have character. Like old Yankee Stadium had character. The new ballpark in the Bronx is just a corporate mess. Yeah, I mean I like it. It's just a little unique to have that little Green Monster in left. So Cade Fisher has pitched 3 innings so far for Auburn. 3 Ks and no walks. It is Fry up. It's a strike, 0-1. No, that's Clemson's mascot. You're confusing Clemson and I think so. Here's a fly ball center field coming on and making the catch. Is it Clemson or is it Auburn? That's like that. It's one of them. So one down as Fry flies out. Now it's going to be a Pearson to the plate. So the Purple Tigers are 10-3, and the War Eagle Tigers are 7-6 in the conference. So Pearson's up. The pitch is a ball, 1-0. Yeah, Clemson too. Are we going to beat Clemson week 1? I have my doubts. I always have my doubts with Brian Kelly. Here's a 1-0. And hit him. So Pearson's going to get hit. Now we got a runner at first. Going to bring up Hernandez to the plate. Yeah, I always got doubts about Brian Kelly. You know, 9-3 Brian Kelly. Yeah. Yeah, we had our spring practice today. Is everybody gonna overreact to that? There's a ball 1-0 to Hernandez. I'm sure all the media people are gonna overreact to a practice. Here comes the old 1-0 to Hernandez. Swing and a miss. 1-1. I woke the neighbors. Oh, the Mattis. Oh, yeah, USC last year. Oh, yeah, I was mad. Here's the 1-1. That's 2-1. Yeah, I was pretty mad that night. I got mad when they lost to A&M. But in Brian Kelly's first year, I was mad that night too. That cost us like the Sugar Bowl. We ended up going to the Cheez-It Bowl. 2-1 pitch. That's 3-1. And hopefully our defense, hopefully our defensive, our portal, upgrades. You don't want to call it that, but I think we gotta sack the quarterback. 3-1 pitch, and it's foul back. We didn't do a good job last year at getting pressure on the quarterback. We actually had more sacks back when Matt House was the DC. That crappy ass 23 season, as opposed to last season, which is kind of mind-boggling. But 3-2 pitch, strike three. Look, what are you doing, man? 2 down. Yeah, Hernandez got caught off guard on that. Oh man, why is the damn mouse screwing up? All right, we got 2 down. Freaking mouse keeps fucking locking up. Mouse. So Milam's up. He had a homer last time up. And did it hit him? Yeah, Milam got hit. So Milam gets plunked. Jeez. So Milam gets plunked. That's going to bring up Braswell up. So Braswell up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And that pitch is a ball 1-0. Oh, I was happy that game. Here comes the 1-0 to Braswell. That's a strike. 1-1. Man, this umpire, man. We need robot umpires. Anyway, here comes the 1-1. There's a foul, 1-2. Yeah, don't you hate that when the teams play soft coverage on third down and like, yeah, that bothers me to no end. It bothers me when teams go in prevent. And you know what happens when you run prevent defense? 1-2 pitch is 2-2. It's like you run a certain defense all game, and it works all game, for the most part. And all of a sudden you want to go to prevent, and then what happens? So 2-2 pitch to Braswell is fouled, stays 2-2. Yeah, but I just can't. That's one I just cannot stand prevent defense because it just if you're up by like 3 scores, okay, run prevent. But if you're up by 1 score, run your defense that you've been running the whole game. The 2-2 pitch to Braswell. That's gonna be what? That's a ball. 3-2. That pitch was right on the inside corner. If you're gonna call that a ball, why you call that pitch was outside? The pitch that was outside, you call it a strike. You call that a ball. Doesn't make any sense, umpire. 3-2 pitch is in the dirt. That's ball 4. So bases are loaded for Stanfield. So base is loaded now. Stanfield comes to play. And the mouse is like sticking. So we got a mound visit. There's two down in the inning, and Stanfield be due up for LSU. But we might have a new pitcher. Might have. It's Cade Fisher has thrown 68 pitches so far. 41 strikes and 27 balls. So we'll see if they yeah, I remember a lot of LSU fans wanted him. We know before we hired Ogeron. Well, I was one of them. I wanted Herman. I was one of them who wanted Herman, and I'm kind of glad it kind of worked out that it didn't work out. Because who knows, 2019 might not have happened if LSU had Herman as the coach over Ogeron. Even Ogeron flaked out at the end, but all right, we got Stanfield's up, bases loaded here in the 4th. Stanfield struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch, and that's a ball, 1-0. Yeah, where's he at? Where is Tom Herman now? He's got to be. I think he's last I heard he was a coordinator somewhere, but forgot where it was. Here comes the 1-0. There's foul back. 1-1. So 1-1 here to Stanfield. He's batting .361 with runners in scoring position this season. Here comes the 1-1. It's 2-1. Yeah, they usually want young coaches because they think they can communicate better with the younger crowd. But nowadays, I don't think it matters because all they want is their money. Like the guy from Tennessee. Well, he's not there no more, but that's crazy. 2-1 pitch is 3-1. Yeah, Tennessee told Nico to take a hike. We're not paying you $4 million. I don't blame him. I wouldn't pay him $4 million either if that was the truth about the $4 million figure. I wouldn't pay him that. 3-1 pitch is fouled out of play. And it's, yeah. Let's get 3-2. So 3-2 to count to Stanfield. Bases are loaded. So you want to protect the plate, but you also don't want to chase anything. Here comes the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's going to end the top of the inning. So the Tigers leave them loaded. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 1-0 LSU. Man, why can't we get timely hits, Amacat? Why is it that we can't get timely hit, man? I just don't get it, man. Our timely hitting at times is just bad. Our timely hitting just bad at times. Just, oh man. All right, come on, get on the bat. This mouse is screwing up. Maybe the battery's going bad. Could be that. You know, when the battery starts going bad on the mouse, it does crazy shit. I need like two triple A's. Nico, I'm gonna leave you, Tennessee. I don't blame Tennessee for not caving in. I don't blame them. I wouldn't do it. So I wouldn't have paid that dude $4 million a year. It's gonna happen to LSU one year if it keeps up like this. If it keeps up like this, like there's always the first. Nico's just the first one to do this. Remember when Leonard Fournette and McCaffrey set out the bowl game? Everybody goes, "Oh my God, you're setting out the bowl game," and now everybody does it. So it's Nico won't be the only one to ever do it. It's gonna happen. He's just the first one. So he'll happen again. Watch it happen watch it happen right before fall camp. As it pitched to Snow, it's a strike 0-1. What's up, Daniel Barry? What's up, member gang? Yeah, I've gotten used to using the mouse again. Here's a fly ball center field that's going to go get down for a base hit. And Stanfield quickly gets into is he out at second? No, he's safe at second. Man, it's going to be a double there for Snow. But it looked like he was going to be out. Man. What's up, Daniel Barry? All right, so LSU is challenging his play, which I really don't blame Jay Johnson at the time because it looked like he was out with the at first look, but so the call on the field is safe. No games with Nico has not had a game over 300 yards passing, and he wants $4 million a year. That dude's nuts. Making sure Rue ain't freaking digging. All right, so we're gonna have a review. I guess they're not gonna show like the replay because they're interviewing somebody in the Auburn dugout. So I guess we had to show that. No, this replay is not important. It's interviewing the guy in the dugout. Anyway. It's the parents, you think. Okay, the runner's safe, but we never saw a replay, so we wouldn't know because they were too busy interviewing this player in the dugout. But We wouldn't know if he's safe or out because they didn't show a replay. Good job, ESPN. Good job. Congrats, ESPN. Yeah, let's not show a replay. All right, here comes a pitch to Rembert. There's a ball 1-0. So, nice. Whatever, ESPN. So, runner at second base. There's nobody out for Auburn. Here comes the 1-0. That's a strike, 1-1. 1-1. And the sun's going down. It's getting cooler. Here's the 1-1. And that's a strike. 1-2. Yeah, he did have that ankle injury that was that he had all year. But I don't think he was even on the sideline in the game. Here's a foul. I don't think Fournette was even on the sideline in that game. So, Jaden Daniels, when they played in that the Rely Quest Bowl, he was on the sideline. The 1-2 is that's ball 2-2. No, she don't have that yet. I don't think she's going to get that. I mean, Paul Skeens makes a bunch of money. Here's a swing and a miss. 1 down. It should have been a strike pitch before last. 1 down. So 1 down. We're going to have Irish do up. And Irish at the plate. That pitch is a ball 1-0. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was him playing on 1/2 was kind of, But Malik Neighbors did it for LSU. He played like a few drives for LSU and got the record and sat out. So, but they need to do something with the NIL. Here's a 1-1. Is hit to left field, but right at Curiel, and it's over his head. He misjudges it off the wall, and a run's gonna score. Jeez, man. Man. Yeah, Neighbors did the same thing in that Rely Quest Bowl, but man, that ball was up, man, and he still was able to get around on it and drive it to left field. And Curiel misjudged that ball. I don't think Curiel thought that ball was hit as hard. But anyway. So McMurray's up. That ball's hit the left center field, going back and making Pearson dropped it. Oh my God. Pearson dropped it. The frick is going on? Yeah, let's look at Tiger Rant. Tiger Rant's probably going, what the hell? Yep. Just saying, it's bad news Bears baseball. Einstein should be out the inning. and but he's not with some shoddy defense. Oh well, man, damn. That's the third double of the inning for Auburn. 3 doubles in 1 inning. Yikes. The rant never fails, says bow down, LSU. They don't. But Einstein should be out this inning. Curiel misjudged it, and Pearson should have caught it, but anyway. We got Terrell up. The pitch is foul off his foot, 0-1. The rant melts. Yeah, they do melt when they win. It's sometimes I like going on there and just like trolling, as they say, because it gets them all in a tizzy. They don't know what to do. And they get all mad, like little children. It's fun. Here's the 0-1. There's a ball 1-1. So 1-1 to count. Here to Terrell. They got the guy from Panama up next. Here's the 1-1. That's a ground ball, right side. You're gonna have to hurry. And did they get him? Yeah, they got him at first. 2 down. So 2 down, 1 at third. That was close. Mouse working a little better. What's up, Brian? Here's a pitch. Here's a strike. Oh, we're Einstein's still pitching, but we can't catch. Curiel misjudged the ball, and Pearson dropped one. It's on the outfield. There's a strike. Yeah, a strike going 2. About to say, you better call that a strike. So Guevara, over 1 with a strikeout. He's from Panama. Here's the 0-2. That's outside. 1-2. There's some just boneheaded defensive plays by LSU this inning. Here comes the 1. The 1-2 is going to be inside. 2-2. Beer's has a hole in it. Two-two pitch is fouled. Does Auburn have chairbacks like on their baselines like LSU should have? Looks like they do. Break it down, boy. Ain't touch your food. And the 2-2 pitch is hit to center field. But Stanfield's back there at the warning track, makes the catch for the third and final out of the inning. But Auburn scores 2 runs, and they leave a runner. 5th inning we go. It's 2-1 Plainsman. They're gonna draft. I say no. But that's who they're gonna draft now. If Derek, I say no. They have so many pressing needs on this team, and quarterback's not a pressing need at the moment. I mean, we need receiver help, man. We need tight ends, offensive line, defensive line, defensive backs. We have so many pressing needs on this team, and I don't know, man. I think Cam Ward's the best quarterback. I don't think Sanders is going to be good in the NFL, but that's just my opinion. They have so much, man, that they need on this team. They've neglected so much. They've been neglecting the roster for years now, and they're at a point where they have an old car, Derek Carr. And they have an old car that needs tires. It needs a brake job. The transmission is shot. It needs the car needs so much work that fixing one thing isn't going to fix the car. So we'll see though. But whatever, man. But the Saints don't have playmakers on offense. They don't. That's what they don't have. That's what they're lacking. Well, here's a fly ball sent a left field. That's first pitch swinging, one down. That was quick. One down. We don't have any playmakers. Who's our playmakers on offense? Like on the receiver. I mean, we don't have a number one receiver. We don't have that Michael Thomas when Michael Thomas actually wanted to play. We don't have that Marcus Colson. We have a bunch of receivers that are threes and fours, in my opinion. With Olave and Shaheed. Brandon Cooks is freaking old. I don't know why we even got his ass. Here's a pitch to Jones. There's a ball 1-0. You made me depressed. Yeah, I'll get off my soapbox. I'll get the LSU baseball. Here's a 1-0 to Jones. There's a 2-0. Yeah, just don't talk about the Pelicans either. Where's his hockey team at? Are we getting a hockey team? Here's a 2-0. There's a strike to Jones. What about this hockey team we're getting? I don't know where that came from. All of a sudden, like about a month ago, New Orleans is looking to get an NHL team. Okay. Here the 2-1 is fouled on a play. I just don't know where that came from. That got I don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. We're not getting no NA. We're not going to have 3 teams, professional teams here in this city. Here comes a 2-2. That's a swing and a miss, man. Jones has been struggling, man, in SEC play. 2 down. 2 down. He was late, man. He was so late on that swing, man. So Fisher has 6 strikeouts so far. Here's a pitch to Dickinson. There's a strike, 1-1. So Dickinson's 1 for 2. Looks to bunt and does bunt. Right back to the pitcher though. He bobbles it. If the ball gets away, so he's gonna be saving first. So the ball was bobbled by the pitcher. That's gonna be in probably a. They can't give him an error on that because the runner did not advance. That should be an infield single. If the runner had advanced, then maybe you give an error on the pitcher. So we got runner at first base, 2 down, and Fry's up. Fry's up. Here comes the pitch. is a pop up, and this should end the inning, or half inning, I should say, and it does. So that was quick. So we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 2-1 Auburn. I didn't have time to do that. we just don't get those timely hits, man. Some kind of concert going on somewhere, man. There's somebody playing music. I like music in the background. Some kind of concert going on somewhere. But were you hear a little moment ago when I said about the NHL team? Hey, my cat, are you ready for the NHL? Coming to New Orleans? Let's just play along and say they get a team. I say they're not, but they're not getting it. But let's just say they are. Name them the brass like the minor league team used to be. That's the team they should pick but it's not going to happen. But I'm just saying, if and buts, candy and nuts. But call them the brass. But yeah, I don't know where that rumor came out. That rumor came out of nowhere, like about a month ago, and so Georgia beat Arkansas 7-6. Texas lost. Oklahoma crushed Vanderbilt. Bama beat Mississippi State. A&M beat Carolina 15-12. Man, old Maneri having a tough time over there in Gamecock land. Man. All right, here comes a pitch down to Carter. It's gonna be should be a ball. Yep. Here comes the 1-0 to Carter. That's 2-0. Boy, it's the sunshine. The sunshine isn't there at the ballpark anymore. Here comes the 2-0. That's a 3-0. So Bristol Carter's 0-1 with a strikeout, 2 homers on the season. Here's a 3-0 from Einstein. That's ball 4. All right, we got 1 on and nobody out. Gonna have Fralick's up. Here comes the pitch. That's a strike. 0-1. So Einstein looks to run it back at first. Here's his 66 pitch. That's down low, 1-1. NHL in Louisiana before Alabama gets our Indy Pro team is hilarious. I just don't see it happening in the NHL. I have my theory of why it's happening. Because the Pelicans want a new arena. And the Pelicans want a new arena. And if they can get an NHL team to come here, then they would have to get a new arena. They couldn't play in that New Orleans arena. I think that's where it's coming from. Here's a 1-1. That's 2-1. Runner goes and he's gonna be safe. 9 time. I think that's where it's coming from. It's coming from because the Pelicans want a new arena. They need a new arena. The New Orleans arena is old. It was built like in the late 90s. It's old. need a new arena. But where would they? What would they? Where would they do? Would they play somewhere else? Would they? They would have to put the arena. I don't know. There's a 1-1. Swing and miss. 1-2. Then it's in a really good spot. In downtown, the Superdome and the Smoothie King Center. I mean, would they just implode the Smoothie King Center and build there again? There's a foul out of play. And play in the Superdome for a while? I don't know. But, I mean, the Jazz played in the Dome when the Jazz was here. But so it'd be doable. Here's the 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is down low, 3-2. I would love to get an NHL team just to have another team to root for in the city, but it's just, I mean, to be honest, it's just not going to happen. But it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have like all four. I mean, just have somebody. You have sports year round in the city. But like I said, it's not going to happen. But it'd be nice. 3-2 pitch is fouled. We'll do it again. Oh, you live in Washington State. Yeah, the Sonics should. The Seattle Supersonics should still be in Seattle. You're right. Well, y'all got the Kraken, so y'all got a hockey team. 3-2 pitch is hit the left field, and Curiel there. One down. Man. One down. Yeah, I'd love it if the city got a hockey team. It's just not going to happen. But so Fabian's up. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, you look at the Mariners and the Kraken. The pitch is a pop up, but is it going to get same play? No. Yeah, the Supersonics. Yeah, they just once that guy bought that team, years ago, I was like, they're about to move to Oklahoma City, and they did. That was around the time when Katrina and when the Hornets played in Oklahoma City, when they were relocated after Katrina. Here comes the 0-1. That's 1-1. Soccer. No one cared. No one cared about soccer. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, New Orleans was looking to get bro. Hey, quit your barking, boy. What do you hear? Here's something. Here's a 1-1. That's 2-1. Yeah, New Orleans was supposed to get not a MA. Bro, boy. Where's that damn shot caller at? 2-1 pitch. It's hit to left field, left center, and 2 down. I say New Orleans is supposed to. They were like about a year and a half ago. I mean, like the league that's right below the MLS. That one, the AAA hockey or AAA soccer. You want to call it? They were looking. Some investors were looking to get a brand team here. Like, what? Why? Hey, look. Hey, right now, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I knew that shit wasn't going to happen. But all right, so we do a 2-down runner at second for Auburn. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Yeah, Jay Johnson looked like he's a little, I don't know. All right, we got who's at the plate? Snow? Here comes the pitch. It is Snow. It's a strike. 0-1. So Snow at the plate for the Auburn Tigers. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Here comes the 0-1. And it's down low, 1-1. 1-1. There's Frank Thomas sitting there. See him on the TV. Frank Thomas. Here comes a 1-1. And that ball's hit the center field. Stanfield's going back, and that is a home run. Home run. Dead center field. Man, dead center field home run. It's now 4-1 Auburn Tigers as Snow goes to dead center. Jeez. Man, they're just I was hoping it was dead center to stay in the park. But it's only 385 out there. So all right, here comes Rimbert at the plate. First pitch is should be a strike, 1-1. I guess he went around. 0-1 account. Here to Rimbert. There's Einstein still out there. Here's the 0-1. There's a foul. 0-2. Here's the foul. Well, it must have been a foul. 0-2. Must have got a piece of that. The 0-2 to count. Rimbert. Here's a grounder. It was a base hit. Left field. It's going to get through third and short. Man. This is what happens to Einstein in the fifth inning. He starts to, when teams see him the second or third time around, they start figuring him out. Our Saturday guy needs to get, into the seventh, man. This is alarming that our Saturday and Sunday guy can only get through like 5 innings. There's a strike on 1. So Ike Irish is 1 for 2 with an RBI double and scored a run. Einstein will come set, and the 1-0 is 2-0. Two and 0. Two-0 pitch is made him look bad on that one. 2-1. So 2-1 to count. Here to Irish. The pitch is fouled out of play. 2-2. Domino's Pizza has stuffed crust now. Nice. Okay, good for them. So 2-2 to count. I feel like getting some pizza tomorrow. All right, so 2-2 here to Irish as Einstein looks to back at first. It's 4-1 Plainsman. 2-2 pitch. And he just got a piece of it. Rolls it back to the pitcher and throws to first for the third out. But Auburn scores 2 runs on that 2-run home run by Snow. And we'll go to the 6th. It's 4-1 Auburn Tigers. Man. 4-1 Auburn Tigers. All right, man. Just the and we're gonna have to man. Curious to see how Jay attacks this game. He's gonna have to bring in somebody in relief that can shut Auburn down, and hopefully our offense can come back up. Oh man. Four-one Auburn. 1-3-0 for LSU. 4-6-1 for the Auburn Tigers as we're in the top of the 6th inning. As Auburn scored 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. So Fisher still out there for Auburn as Pearson due up for LSU. Here comes the pitch. Who got hit? So first pitch, Pearson gets plunked. There's a base runner. So Pearson going to get on. It's going to bring up Hernandez to the plate. All right, so we're going to have a little mini meeting. Oh, now we're going to have a bigger meeting on the mound. All right, cheers to the chat. Look at Auburn's bullpen. How innovative that is. You know, a lot better than LSU's little bullpen. That's underneath the freaking bleachers in the right field. Looks freaking Bush League. Why does LSU have like one of the worst parks in the SEC? And we're supposed to be the premier pro baseball program, and our ballpark is garbage. It's like antiquated and old. Are they making a change? Yeah. As Fisher's going to exit here in the 6th. So Fisher's going to exit here in the 6th for Auburn. New pitcher going to come up. We'll get his particulars when we come back. Or when we come back commercial break. But man, just all right, we're going to have Hernandez come up, and Hernandez, Milam, Braswell, Stanfield. Next batters that are due up in this inning. LSU's going to get runs on this board. They're going to have to do it with the bottom of their order. So we'll see if they can do that. And anything on tonight? Like, Oh yeah, they got UFL on there, don't they? Don't they have UFL on? Yeah. Who's playing tonight in the United Football League? No breakers, no care, man. Bring back the breakers, and I'll give a shit about the United Football League. Yeah, bring them back. Where the breakers at? Man. Marcus Dupree. Where's he at? Where's Marcus Dupree at? Oh, they got the Frozen Four, the national title for the hockey on. That's right. Oh, I forgot about that. They got Western Michigan playing Boston University. Western Michigan looking for their first national championship, I believe. We got hockey. LSU needs a hockey team. I know they have. Do they still have that club team? They used to play out there on Airline Highway. But Leo's, was it Leo's ice rink? Where was it? So Armstrong going in relief here for Auburn. He's 1-1 with an ERA of 6.10. 14 strikeouts and 2 walks. But his ERA is 6.10. That ERA is kind of high, you know, kind of high. If it ain't on YouTube, I don't watch. Here comes Hernandez. The plate, there's a strike on 1. Yes, that's what LSU needs is a hockey team. I want to go to the Frozen Four. Here comes the 0-1. That's gonna miss 1-1. I got to get me a PS5 so I can play the new college games. I got a PS4, and they didn't come out with that they didn't put it on the PS4. Here's a ground ball, could be 2. The second, the first, double play. 6, 4, 3, double play, 2 down. Fucking unreal, man. This fucking team can't hit, man. This team, the timely hitting at times with this team has been garbage this year. All right, so Milam's up. He's got our only run as he hit one out the park. So Auburn has 30 double plays, which leads the SEC. There's a ball, 1-0. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get me a PS5, I guess. But I don't know, but I guess I don't need to get the disk drive. Here's a foul 1-1. Because I have a PS4 that can play Blu-ray. I also have a PS3 that plays Blu-ray, so I don't have to get a PS5 with a disc drive, but I like having the disc. I'm old school. I'm old school. I want to have the disc drive in my system. I like them. I'm a Nintendo guy. NES. There's a foul 1-2. I like having a disc. But all right, so 1-2 to Milam. There's Armstrong will come set. Here comes the 1-2. There's a ground ball to short. Throw to first, and they got him. So that's a close play at first, but they're going to say he's out. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-1 Auburn. And LSU will challenge this probably. Why not, Jay Johnson? You challenge anything fucking else. We'll see. We'll see if he's safe. I mean, it was close. Let's look at the replay. Let's see if Jay Johnson was smart, or was he just yeah, or was he like Sean Payton? Ooh, if he has if that ball's in his glove, he's out. That's close though, man. That's really close. That's really close, man. Oh. All right, so he's out at first, and LSU's out of timeouts. I mean, out of challenges. So yeah, Jay Johnson's like Sean Payton. He can't win a fucking challenge to save his goddamn life. Remember Sean Payton would challenge something and he'd lose. He'd lose. It would freaking just bother me to fucking know it when Sean Payton would challenge shit that he knew he wasn't gonna win. And Jay Johnson would get the same goddamn way, man. Challenging shit he's gonna fucking lose and whatever, man. Alrighty. Come on. God damn, what the hell happened here? Hold on. Man, the freaking mouse is fucking up. Hold on. Where's the background at? Yeah, we're on Mars. I think the battery's going out in the mouse. It's screwing up. All right. All right. Got the hook on now, fine. All right. So we're in the bottom of the sixth inning. It's 4-1 Auburn. As I meant to check the Tiger Rant, see if they're melting about stuff. So Connor Ware on relief for LSU. He's from Madison, Mississippi. He's 4-0 and an ERA of 5.17, 19 strikeouts and 9 walks. And 15 and 2/3 innings of work for Connor Ware. Alrighty, so we're in the bottom of the sixth. It's Connor Ware on in relief for LSU. Alright. So we're gonna have McMurray's up. That's a ball 1-0. So Cooper McMurray he's 1 for 2 with an RBI double. And the 1-0 is foul out of play. 1-1. 1-1. So 1-1 to count. Here the pitch is 2-1. 2-1. Ooh, Boston just scored on a power play. Now it's 3-2 Western Michigan up over there in the national championship in hockey. The 2-1 is hit to left field. That's hit well, but it's going to stay in the ballpark. 1 down. Man, my goodness. One down. So one down, and Terrell going to come to plate. All right, so Terrell's up. The pitch is a ball, 1-0. 1-0. Here to Terrell. Oh, now they're reviewing this goal. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Yeah, I know nothing about hockey and rules, and for right now, we'll see if that's going to be a good goal for Boston U. Here's a 1-1. There's a strike on the inside corner, 1-2. So 1-2 to count. Here to Terrell. The 1-2 is strike three looking. 2 down. And good pitch by Connor Ware. 2 down. Two down. Gonna bring up Guevara up. I'm out. Here's a pop-up out of play. 0-1. Guevara. Yeah, I didn't spell his name right. Here's the 0-1. There's a high 1-1 here to Guevara. He's from Panama. So 1-1 account. There's Connor Ware will come set. And the 1-1 is fouled. 1-2. So 1-2 to count. Here in the bottom of the sixth. 4-1 Auburn. Here at Hitchcock Field in Auburn, Alabama. The 1-2 is that's gonna be outside. 2-2. Well, they're still looking at this goal in the Frozen Four championship. It's a long time looking at. Long time also. Man. Here comes the 2-2. Two pitch is in the dirt. 3-2. All right, now okay. Well, they ruled it a good goal for Boston U. So it's now 3-2 over in a Frozen Four championship. Yeah. I love to have LSU needs a hockey team. 3-2 pitch is foul. Gonna stay 3-2. So Guevara counts full. So let's see. It looks like a sellout crowd at the ballpark. And there's not a seat to be had, especially over there in the Green Monster in left. 3-2 pitch is ball 4. So Guevara didn't chase that one. Ball 4. So we have a runner at first, and Carter coming to the plate. All right, so Carter up here for Auburn. So Bristol Carter's 0 for 1 with a walk. 2 home runs and 10 RBIs on the season. There's 2 down, 1 at first. As Ware comes set, looks to bunt, does bunt. Down to the right first base side. Ware's got to hurry and tosses to first and got him. And so the inning is over. We'll go to the 7th. It's 4-1 Plainsman. 4-1 Plainsman. All right. It's time to get another beer. A beer and a beer and a beer. Man, we're starting to run out of outs here, especially if we get out of this inning, man. I know I did not, Emo Cat. I didn't watch any highlights yet. I mean, it's just a practice, man. I mean, I'll be right back. Spring. Yeah, I don't kind of overreact about the spring game, man. It's just a practice, man. It's just, but I get it. I like it because it signifies that football's coming soon. But yeah, yeah. Well, what player is gonna skip out of fall practice like Nico did for Tennessee? It's gonna happen somewhere. Uh, uh, I'm not trying to imply LSU. I'm just saying that we got 7,231 people at the park tonight. That's the law. That's the record for Auburn. But yeah, there's man, this ballpark is like small. It's not as big enough. It doesn't seat like LSU, but still, it it's different. I like the little green monster in left. All right, so 1-0 to count. Here's a pitch to Braswell. It's 2-0. But yeah, somebody's gonna some school's gonna hold out a fall practice because they want a better NIL deal. 2-0 pitch. That's 3-0. 3-0. And that's a strike. 3-1. You watching the? Are you watching? Do you watch hockey? I'm watching the Frozen Four championship. I'm like thinking, man, LSU needs one. Here's a foul ball out of play. 3-2. Man, can you imagine LSU playing in hockey, Frozen Four? Man, sign me up for that. Come on, Woody. Come on, Woodward. 3-2 pitch. It's a base hit. Center field as Braswell goes up the middle. There we go. Man, we need a maybe that's the spark that we need. So Stanfield come to play. So Braswell singles. They'll start off the top of the seventh. Yeah, that's one thing we don't need to do is hit into a double play ball. Hi, boy. So Stanfield's been done a good job in the 9 spot. There's a boo. That's a ball. 1-0. Looks the bunt here to pull it back. 1-0. I know. Come on, you can't go this way. Go this way. Where are you gonna go? You can't go this way. Go. There you go. So 2-0 to Stanfield. He's over 2 with 2 Ks. Still looking for his first home run of the year. And the 2-0. And it's a strike, 2-1. And Stanfield was looking to bunt, but took it for a strike, 2-1. So 2-1 coming to the plate. Stanford runs fast, so it's going to be hard to double them off. And that's a strike, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Stanfield. LSU needs to get back in the game here. 2-2 pitch is a ground ball, but down to third. Was it a foul? They called a foul. Wow. They called it a foul ball. Down the third base side. LSU, of course, LSU is out of challenges. So even if LSU wanted to challenge it, they couldn't because they're out of challenges. All right, so 2-2 to Stanfield. All right, here comes the 2-2 to the plate. 2-2 pitch is upstairs and in, 3-2. Up and in, 3-2. Man. The Frozen 4. 3-2 pitch. That ball's going to be a base hit. Center field. So there's 2 on, nobody out, and we got the meat of the order coming up in Curiel and Jones and Dickinson. So Stanfield gets a single. We got Curiel coming to the plate. We got Curiel, Jones, Dickinson. We got the meat of the order coming up for LSU. We got the meat. Rue, what are you doing? Auburn has some activity in their bullpen. Roy McIlroy has a 2-shot lead in the Masters. That's right. Tomorrow's going to do tomorrow will be the final round. The Masters. So Derek Curiel's 1 for 3 with a single. Batting .374, 3 homers, 30 RBIs on the season. But LSU has 2 base runners on and nobody out in the 7th inning. So we got a chance here. Here comes the pitch to the plate. It's gonna be a strike, 0-1. So Stanfield's at first, and Braswell at second. Here comes the 0-1. That ball's going to be a line out, and they double them off. No, they almost doubled off Braswell at second. Damn, 1 down. Almost doubled Braswell off at second. Yeah, he's back there safe. But still, that was really close to be. That would have been disastrous for LSU. Disastrous. A double play ball would have been disastrous. Disastrous. All right, so Jerry Jones up. You know, a Daner will tie it up here. There comes the pitch. That's a foul on 1. So, Jerry Jones is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts tonight. All right. Here comes the 0-1. 0-1 pitch is low and away. 1-1. All right, so 1-1 to count here to Jones. Brew. The pitch is 2-1. Where you going? Come lay down. Come on. Lay down. So 2-1 to Jones. Here comes the 2-1 is fouled on a play, 2-2. Tigers are 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position tonight so far. Like, our timely hitting has just not been good so far tonight. It's been a recurring theme, man, this year. Just at times where we just can't hit with guys on base. Hopefully Jones can come through here. 2-2 pitch, and it's popped up. Right field, and makes a second base and makes the catch. 2 down, man. 2 down. His sliding catch. As that was what? So that Snow. Man. There's 2 down, and now Dickinson up. So, man, come on. Lay down. So, Dickinson up here in the 7th. So, Armstrong going to come set. Here's a pitch. That's a ball, 1-0. Ball is outside. So Dickinson's 1 for 3 with a single. 8 homers and 37 ribbies. And the 1-0 is 2-0. Good eye by Dickinson to chase to lay off some pitches. Here comes the 2-0. Nice 3-0. So now it's 3-0 here. 3-0 to Dickinson. Loads him up. If he loads him up, it'll be Fry to up. Here comes the 3-0, the 3-0 to Dickinson. There's a ball 4. So bases are going to be loaded for Fry. Man, so let's see if we can come through here. No, we haven't so far tonight with runners on base. We've had the bases loaded before in the game and did not score. So, all right. So, Ethan Fry at the plate. The bases are loaded. There's 2 down. We're gonna have a little visit on the mound. It's John Armstrong, who's thrown 17 strikes and 15 balls. So that's you never want to see that close of a. So with this Auburn's gonna go to the bullpen. So the Plainsmen are going to go to the bullpen as Armstrong is going to exit the game here. Rally time, says Emo Cat. I hope so, man. We've loaded them up before. We haven't scored, so. We've had them loaded before in the game tonight, and we did not score. So But we're gonna have to do it against another pitcher. As Armstrong is gonna exit the game. Alrighty. What's gonna happen, man? Is Fry gonna get a base hit here, or is he gonna? I don't know. Is he gonna strike out? Is he gonna ground out? Is he gonna? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, man. Back up. All right. Ugh. All right, so John Armstrong is going to exit after going an inning and a third. Walked one, didn't strike anybody out. He had 2 hits, and he's responsible for everybody on base. So Ryan Hetzler on the mound. He has an ERA of 3.95, 13 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 13 and 2/3 innings, and 7 hits given up. So Hetzler on the mound for the Auburn Tigers. Going to face Ethan Fry. Bases are loaded for LSU. Here comes a pitch. Oh, no, sorry, it's Brown to plate. It's a swing and a miss, 0-1. They're going to pinch hit. And it's Brown up. Excuse me. So Brown at the plate. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Man. So Brown's pinch hitting here for Ethan Fry. So no balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2. And it's in the dirt. Good stop. 1-2. Good stop by the catcher. 1-2. 1-2. So 1-2 to Brown. Here's the pitch. And swung on center field, but right at him. There's a 3rd out. The Tigers load them up, and they don't score again. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 4-1 Auburn. Fucking unreal, man. If we don't come back and win this game, you can point to all these times we had the bases loaded, can't get a fucking base hit. It's just mind-boggling at the piss poor timely hitting with this ball club this year. So it's time to stretch in Auburn, Alabama. It's time to stretch. So cheers. Excuse me. I'm a bitch, man. Here. Oh. Unreal, man. This is just pathetic batting by LSU tonight. Yep. Fudge is the call. Yeah. Fudge, man. Fudge. So 1-5-0 for LSU, 4-6-1 for Auburn. As we go to the bottom of the seventh is Connor Ware still out there for LSU. Here comes a pitch to Freilich. Here's a strike on 1. So Freilich's 0 for 2 on the evening. Here comes the 0-1. That's gonna miss. 1-1. 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. And it's a strike, 1-2. And the 1-2 is swing and a miss. 1 down. So Freilich strikes out, 1 down. Yeah, Connor Ware, we need somebody. We need some lefty out of the bullpen to really come through. Either Connor Ware or Primo or Primo, whatever you want to call him. Somebody's got. We need some lefty like we had with Ackenhausen and Riley Cooper. Oh, that's me. That might be it for Ware. Yep. But Ware did a good job. Ware did a good job tonight. Didn't give up anything. So good down there by Connor Ware. We got a new Binge. Yep, Binge. So Connor Binge going to come on for LSU here in the seventh. It's 4-1 Auburn. So Connor Binge going to come on in relief. And we'll see if we'll see. But look, we got to hit the ball. I mean, it doesn't really matter who comes in pitches. If they don't, well, if we can't hit, then. I mean, in the 8th, we're going to have Pearson, Hernandez, and Milam. And if they go 1, 2, 3, in the 9th, we're going to have Braswell, Stanfield, and Curiel. So, I mean, it's just that last inning we didn't score a goddamn run with the bases loaded. Man. Man. All right. So, countdown to the third period on ESPN2. You got Western Michigan and Boston University for the Frozen Four. Yeah, how many LSU fans? You want a hockey team? I want a hockey team for LSU. That's what I want. So, all right, we'll see what Binge can do for. We cannot give up any more runs. That goes without saying. But well, if we lose the first 2 games of this series, it's not gonna be good. All right, so Connor Binge is from Montgomery, Texas. He's a righty, a junior, 6 foot. He's 1-1 with an ERA of 6.08, 13 Ks, 10 walks, and 13 1/3 inning of work. Innings of work, so. So Connor Binge on the mound for LSU. Going to have Fabian due up for Auburn. All right, so Auburn looking to win the series. If they get the win tonight, they'll take the first 2, and then that means they win the series. LSU trying to win this game and bring it to a rubber match tomorrow. So Fabian's up for Auburn. They got 1 out, nobody on. The pitch is a foul back, 0-1. That was 94 miles per hour on the jugs gun. So Fabian's 0 for 2. Batting .276, 4 homers, and 28 RBIs. Here comes the 0-1. And that's a, foul tipped, 0-2. Foul tipped, 0-2. All right, so 0-2 to count. Here to Fabian. We got Snow on deck. The Informer on deck. Here comes the 0-2. That's going to be a little high, 1-2. One and two. All right, so 1-2 to count. The Fabian, the 1-2, is popped up left side, and Braswell calls everybody off. 2 down. 2 down. That's going to bring Snow to the plate.
LSU has 6 more outs. They got 2 more shots at this thing. It's not out of reach by any means. If you're not pitching well, you're down by a bunch. It's hard to hit your way back into games. Pitching goes.
All right, so come on, Benj. So Snow up. The pitch is a ball, 1-0. So Eric Snow is 2 for 3 with a 2-run home run, a double, and scored twice. Here's a 1-0. That's a strike, 1-1. So 1-1. And the 1-1 is fouled on a play, 1-2. So 1-2 to count. So Benj will come set. And the 1-2 is 2-2. That's a little high. 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Snow. As Benj delivers the 2-2. It's about on a play again.
He just plays the game right. He does whatever the
All right, so 2-2 to count. And the 2-2 is hit the right field. That's going to be caught, though, for the 3rd out. As Pearson was right there to make the catch. So we'll go to the 8th inning. Still 4-1 Auburn. Yep, 4-1 Auburn. All righty. So it's 4-1 Auburn. As we go to the eighth inning, as the Purple Tigers need to do something. Alrighty. So top of the 8th inning we go, and it's 4-1 Auburn. There's the Frozen Four. Their national championship is about to begin the third and maybe final period as Western Michigan a 3-2 over Boston University. So LSU is 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. They've left 9 guys on base. And Milam's home run in the second inning has been the only run of the game so far for LSU. So we can't hit with guys on base. That's a recurring theme. Yada, yada, yada. So Pearson, Hernandez, and Milam do up. Here in the 8th, there's a strike on 1. Here comes the 0-1. That ball's going to be a base hit, center field. So Pearson gets a leadoff single in the 8th. But hey, look, we've had leadoff singles before, and nothing happens. So Pearson gets on with a single. It's going to bring Hernandez to the plate. And we get guys on base. Just can't get a timely hit when they get in the scoring position. So Hernandez up. Man, eventually we're gonna have to get. We're gonna get a hit. I'm sorry. We got Larson gonna pinch hit. That's a ball 1-0. So Ashton Larson gonna pinch hit here for Hernandez. What we're gonna bring in Aaron Beatty? What? Here's a 1-0. It's 2-0. So 2-0 to Ashton Larson. Here comes the 2-0. That ball's popped up and out of play. Yeah. 2-1. I don't know about pinch hitting for Hernandez here. You gonna bring in Aaron Beatty behind the plate now? Aaron Beatty's been kind of sketchy behind the plate. Anyway, so 2-1 to count. Here to Larson. The pitch is foul back, 2-2. I'm still here. I'm just beating a gump. All right, and college football 25. So 2-2 here, 2-2 to count to Larson. 2-2 pitch. And now you lift it to a center field, and going back, makes the catch. 1 down. I don't like that. I don't like pinch hitting Larson there for Hernandez. All right, so Milam's up. Well, Milam has our only run so far. Maybe he can hit another one out, but we still wouldn't be tied. But anyway, so Milam will come to the plate. Going to bat from the left side. As he had a dinger back in the second inning. The pitch. Here's a strike on 1. So he's 1 for 2. He had a solo homer. He's also been hit by a pitch. Here comes the 0-1. And it's foul back, 0-2. You must have you got a PS5 or do you have an Xbox? Yeah, I have a PS3 or 4. I used to have a 2. I sold it years ago. I wish I didn't now. As time is called. Yeah, I still wish I had my PlayStation 2, my Fat 2. Oh well. I guess I can always go buy a Fat 2 somewhere. But then you got to find games for it. But now these TVs, they weren't made for that console. Here comes the O2. And that's just missed. Xbox, okay. No, the PlayStation 2, it's that console wasn't made for these TVs we have now, so that the graphics are all screwed up on it. Here's a 1-2. That's a ground ball and a base hit. There's nobody over there because they had the shift on. That's gonna be 2 on and 1 out. First and they got Milam out. No, he's safe. That was close. Milam almost got tagged out at first. We got first and third, 1 out though. As they had the shift on. Yeah, Milam almost got tagged out, going too far around first base, but we got first and third, and there's 1 out, and there's Braswell up. No, we're gonna pinch hit again. We're gonna pinch hit again. Oh, they're gonna put Reeves in the game. All right, all right. This better work. This better work, Johnson. There's a strike 0-1. So Tanner Reeves is gonna pinch hit for Braswell. And this better work, Johnson. This better work. Here's the 0-1. That ball's hit to left field. Going to be a base hit. It's going to drop down. One's going to score. So it does work. It's 4-2. It does work. So Reeves gets a single to left. It's good. So it works out for him. That's going to bring up Stanfield. We got first and second. All right, so Stanfield's up first and second. And the pitch is a strike. 0-1. Yeah, the Xbox is the Xbox with the newest Xbox is a lot less expensive as the PS5. Here's the 0-1. Hank swings at it, center field, and 2 down. Runner will go to third, and they'll throw it back in the infield. So we got 2 down, runner at third base. Yeah, the Xbox, what is it, S series or X series, whatever the freaking new one is. I'm not really sure, but it's a lot more less expensive than the PS5. Okay, now Curiel comes up in the 8th. So Curiel's 1 for 4. As we got time is called. Yeah, I wish I still had my PS2, but like I said, even if I did, the graphics would be would be horrible on these TVs that are made now. I guess I'd have to get a converter. You know, you an HD converter, I guess, because they had the old cables that plug into the back of the TV. They didn't have the HDMI shit, so. So if I got a PS2, I'd have to I had to buy that little converter, whatever you want to call it, because the graphics would not work. It'd be fucked up because like these TVs aren't. All right, so Curiel's up at the plate. Here comes the pitch. It's a strike on one. Oh, you got a Series S, okay? I think that's what my son-in-law has a Xbox. I think he has the Series S. There's a foul ball on a play 0-2. I think he has a S series. So 0-2 to count here to Curiel. Here in the 8th, the pitch is a foul. We'll do it again. So at least we got one run here in the 8th. Maybe get more, but at least we got so far one run. Kind of, but still we're down by 2 runs. Here comes the 0-2. 0-2 pitch is fouled again. But I like I got a fat PS3. I like that one now. I still play on it. Here comes the 0-2. 0-2 pitch. That's high, 1-2. And PlayStation 3. I remember I used to have an Xbox 360. And they had that Reign of Death on it. I got the Reign of Death. And then I went out and bought me a PS3 that same day. The 1-2 is a ground ball to right side. Should in the half inning, it does. As Curiel grounds out 4-3. I'm sorry, 4-1, excuse me. Yeah, no, sorry, 4-3. I was right the first time. 4-3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-2 Auburn. Got it right the first time. But yeah, PlayStation 3, man. But the PlayStation 2 was really a good console. Sony sold so many of those when it came out. Especially the fat PS2. The fat PS2, man, they sold so many of those, man, when it came out. The PlayStation 2, man. And I had the little adapter on the back of it. We can plug it to your Ethernet. No, Ethernet cable. Remember Ethernet cables? Remember those things? Remember those antiquated things now? It's like Ethernet cable. I mean, laptops now don't even have that port. But I do have a laptop that does have an Ethernet port on it. Because it's kind of old. But, alright, so Connor Binge still out here in the 8th inning. As we're going to have Rembert up for Auburn. Here comes the pitch. There's a strike on 1. Ooh, Western Michigan just scored a goal against Boston U. They now lead 4-2 in the 3rd period. Here's the 0-1. Here's a ground ball to Milam. He'll eat it up. 1 down. Oh, it's a bad throw, but they tagged him out. It was a kind of a bad throw, but Jones tagged him out. 1 down. So, 6-3 on the put out, but 1 down. Oh, LSU is going to the bullpen as Connor Benj did his job. No, didn't give anything. So we got 1 out in the 8th, and the Tigers are going to go to the bullpen. So the Broncos lead 4-2 in the Frozen Four championship over there in St. Louis. As was that Primo coming? Primo coming in? Couldn't tell for LSU. And well, there's a lot of fans here at the Frozen Four championship, man. Damn, I'm envious of this. I want a hockey team. The SEC needs to get hockey, Sir UGA. What's up, sir? What's up, Sir Uga? I'm watching the Frozen Four championship. Western Michigan's beating Boston U, and I'm envious. The SEC needs to get some hockey teams, man. I want to be in the Frozen Four. Nico is softer than Celine. Good job, Tennessee, for not caving in for Nico's demands, because he's not worth it. But he's not worth it. Good job, not caving in. Oh, man. Hey, you betting on the night? Australian football. They got. Who's playing tonight? I'll tell you who's playing tonight. In Australian rules football. It is Primo. He's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Yeah, you have St. Kilda playing the GWS Giants. Then also you have Port Allendale playing Hawthorne later in Australian football. So get your picks in. Yeah, call your gypsy and get your picks in for Australian football. It is cool to watch though. All right, so Ike Irish, he's 1 for 3. He has an RBI double and a run scored. As DJ Primo has a strike on 1. He says, Fook Australia, Fook 'em. Man. Here's the 0-1. That's 1-1. Well, everybody's enjoying themselves in this hockey. The fans at the in St. Louis. Man. Hockey. And can you imagine if Georgia had a hockey team, or LSU, or Bama? Here's the 1-1. That's 2-1. LSU had a club hockey team. I don't know if they still play, but they had a club team several years ago. 2-1 pitch. It's a strike, 2-2. But I don't think they play anymore. We got a beach volleyball team. 2-2 pitch is a ground ball back to the pitcher, and there's 2 down. Here we got a beach volleyball team. We got one of those. 2 down here in the 8th. Man, we're about man, come on, man. I can't stop, man. right, we're gonna have McMurray do up. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI double. The pitch is a foul, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. It's a foul to play 1-2. 0-2 here to McMurray. Counts 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is high, be 1-2. All right, so 1-2 to count. And the pitch is fouled. Out of play. Stays 1-2. Stays 1-2. Yeah, somebody's home. Wife's home. 1-2 pitch is fouled again out of play. Still 1-2. The boss is home. I gotta be good. All right, so 1-2 the count. 1-2 pitch is it fouled again? Yeah. So 1-2 the count. The pitch is a hit to left field for a base hit. So McMurray gets a single to left for Auburn. All right. I mean, now we have another visit. Another mound visit here. All right, so a mound visit again as McMurray's on at first base for Auburn. All right, we're gonna have all right, so DJ Primo gonna stay in the game. So no pitching change. We got 2 down here in the 8th. One at first base. All right, we'll see what they go with. Terrell's up. Here comes a pitch. It's ball 1-0. Aaron Beatty had trouble finding the ball, but runner does not advance. 1-0. So 1-0 to count. The 1-0 is fouled. I'll play 1-1. So Bub Terrell's over 3 with 2 strikeouts tonight, batting the 3.10 on the season. Here comes the 1-1. That ball's lifted to center, coming on and making the catch for the 3rd out. And the side is retired. We'll go to the 9th. It's 4-2 Auburn.
What are my plants today?
Yeah.
And the seeds too?
Yep. Go back inside. Sure did. All right. So, right there we go. I've been watering every day. All right, top of the ninth inning we go. As yeah. So Jones up first for LSU here in the 9th. As we got Jones, Dickinson, and Brown. Yeah, Brown, because they pinch hit. All right, so Jones up here in the 9th. Here comes a pitch. That's a strike on 1. Here's the 0-1 is fouled. 0-2. So Hetzler is still out there for Auburn. So no balls, 2 strikes to Jones. That's going to be a swing and a miss. 1 down. As Jones strikes out. 1 down here in the 9th. There's now Dickinson up. Real man. Jones has been struggling in SEC play. Real, calm down. As Dickinson hits it to right field, but foul. Come on. Ooh. Hey. Here comes the 0-1. 0-1 pitcher Dickinson is a ball 1-1. So 1-1 to count. And the 1-1 is hit to right field, going back at the warning track. 2 down. So, yeah. 2 down. So 2 down, we got Jake Brown due up. here in the ninth inning. So fans on their feet at the ballpark. There's 2 down, nobody on. Here comes the pitch. Here's a strike. 0-1. Oh boy. Here comes the 0-1. 0-1 pitch. There's a ball outside, 1-1. One and 1 to count. Here to Brown. The 1-1 is 2-1. 2-1. So 2-1 pitch to Brown. 2-1 is a ground ball that should end the game, and it does. 4-3 on a putout, and Auburn wins 4-2. Unreal. We had our chances, but just couldn't hit the ball at all. Couldn't hit the ball at all, and sometimes. So Auburn has won 3 of the last 4 home series against LSU, and they won this one. So, well, they'll go for the sweep tomorrow. Yeah. So 2-8-0 for LSU, 4-7-1 for Auburn. So, congrats to the Auburn Tigers. So tomorrow the game starts at 3 o'clock Eastern on the SEC Network Plus. There's be a day game, man. Be a day game. So yeah. Congrats to Auburn as they they won the game, won the series. All right, I'm gonna go watch. I'm gonna go watch the rant. As they got UFC tonight. Oh, I might go out. Cheers. You guys have a good one, and congrats to Auburn as they win 4-2, win the series, and yeah. Have a good one. So, maybe we can win a salvage game tomorrow, but still lost the series. You lost the series. That's all that matters. Lost the series. Who cares if you win a fucking game? Have a good one. I'll rant later.